Hello, I'd like to welcome you all to Module 6. So we'll be taking a look at what we're using right now, which is Zoom, which allows us to communicate and have fun, and you can use it to contact families, members, your friends, anyone that you can utilize. So this is just another tool. I love Zoom because we can share our screens and it's very universal. And especially from our daily emails, once you click on the link or the button, it'll take you straight into the meeting, which is so convenient. So without further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen here on my iPad, okay? And if you're on a phone, if you're on an Android device, it may look a little different. So again, this is the time, keep those TVs in mind, but unmuting yourself and sharing these answers to this game so we could see how knowledgeable you all are. So 1 second. Thank you. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. And again, Zoom couldn't couldn't have this program without Zoom. So when you tap the screen when you're using Zoom, okay, again on your touch device, you can use your finger to tap to get the toolbar to come up. After a couple seconds, it goes away on its own, right? As you can see on mine.
Mhm.
After you touch the screen, you look at the toolbar after a couple seconds, it goes away on its own. So again, even though I'm sharing my screen right here, you all can follow along with looking at that toolbar. So usually we go from left to right, but let's see how to do different things. So on my device, how would I raise my hand? If I have a question, a comment, how do I tell the host that I have a question? What have we gone over?
Go to reactions.
Reaction and
Uh-huh.
raise your hand.
Yeah, raise hand. Yes. I love it. That is how you virtually raise your hand. You have a question, comment, concern. Again, if you have another device, if you don't see an option that you may see on, an iPad, which has a bigger screen so you can see more, usually you would still have the mic, the video, maybe the
This
chat.
thing won't let me lower my
But
hand.
there are some other options. So if you don't see an option, always check more. But we'll go into that in just a bit. Yes. So practice raising your hands, folks. Reactions, raise hand. But there are some other reactions that you can share. The five below raise hand, that check mark X, those stay next to your name and participants. Um, so if you want to get rid of it, you have to tap on one of those again, those five below raise hand. But where it says reactions, I can choose one of those reactions to go across the screen. So I'll try all the various things out under the reactions. Or again, if you're on a device, another device, you may need to hit more. So yes, uh, there's the thumbs up. What do I press to see other emojis to send as reactions?
Oh, I don't know. Send with effects. Is that one?
So
Uh,
I'm looking at reactions. I see these six that are here, but how do I choose any emoji to send as a reaction?
Three dots.
I
Mm-hmm.
can't get, yeah.
Next to that celebration emoji, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I hit the three dots. You can choose any emoji to share as a reaction.
I don't see it.
Okay, so again, when you go into reactions, you will see raise hand, some other options, and then under reactions, you will see those three dots towards the right, and you can see any others. Um, why can't I do send with effect? What must I have on to
Oh,
use these reactions?
this one I didn't know.
The camera got to be on.
Yes, it says your camera must be on to use effects. Wonderful. So yes, if I have my video on, I just turned my video on here in Zoom. So there's WTA, okay? And then if I go back to reactions, looking now at the bottom, all
Mhm.
of these. Okay, let's keep those TVs in mind. Thank you. If I look at the bottom, it says send with effect. Look at that. I have the balloon, the rockets. Yeah, all these other emojis you can send with the effect. And if you look at the video, so I see you, Ms. Doris, you just did one. I just did the rock. So you could, and then if I wanted to select any emoji to send as an effect, what do I hit? What's to the right of the red heart?
The three dots.
Oh, the three dots.
The three dots. So same function, just for a different manner. So look at this one. Camera. Oh, look at that. All those camera emojis in my video. So that's just a way to share a reaction, your thumbs up, your heart, just to show your support through Zoom. Make sense, folks?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So if I wanted to send a message to you all, what do I hit? What do I tap on?
Chat.
Hit the chat. Good. And then what would I press to start sending a message?
Reactions.
Okay,
No, you do everyone or a specific person.
Right, at the very top. So that's how you know what you're messaging. But if I wanted to start typing right now into the chat, what do I press?
Message to everyone.
Yeah, message everyone right here in the box, right? Because what do we need? What is this called on the
Keyboard.
screen? Yeah,
We need the keyboard to come up.
The thing about the iPad is the keyboard will not be up unless you're actually typing something, which is good. That way you can see more of the screen, right? So yes, you hit message everyone. So again, please follow along and let's send a message. You could say something as simple as hi, hello, how you're doing. You guys put questions in the chat, comments, reactions, so many different things. So let's all send a message. You can even use emojis, which we learned about last week, hitting that smiley face or globe icon. I can send some emojis into the chat. So let's see what you all share. You hit chat on the toolbar, message everyone, and then you type in your message. What do I press to send the message?
The return key.
Well, if I hit the return key, it makes a new line where I'm typing. So,
the arrow thing.
yes, the blue button with the white arrow, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's how you send the message when you're in Zoom. So yes, I love yours, Miss Dolores. I know that's right. So you can share any kinds of messages here. Okay. So, as Brenda mentioned, from the chat, what if I wanted to send a message to just one person or maybe two people? What would I then hit?
You hit it where you gonna go to that person's name. New chat.
Yes. I was about to ask, how would we get to the person's name? So yes, it says new chat. Wonderful. And then
select the name.
yes, you select the name or names. So I could put just an example, I could put Anne and Ms. Bertha in the chat. In a duo message, but I know that's in a group message. A group message is two or more, right? You can even put like the topic of, or you can name the group chat basically. So I'm just going to put XYZ just so you can see. If you want to, you don't have to do that. Once you're done, putting or selecting the names, you hit OK, and look at that. You have that group message that you can do. If I just do one message, so Ms. Doris, if I just have you and then I hit OK, you see here, I can easily recognize you by your profile picture, but also it says your name at the top. So that way this is a private or direct message. If I was not sharing my screen, you all will not know that I sent Ms. Doris a hello. Okay, so there is again, the main difference is the chat for everyone, that everyone sees it, and there's group messages. Does that make sense, y'all?
Yes.
You gotta make sure you're in the right spot because you may not want to put your phone number in the message everyone chat, for whatever, or other information, right? So if you just make sure, just like an email, you double check who you're sending it to, for various reasons. So good. how do I send a photo? What do I hit?
Let's see.
How do I send a photo when I'm in the chat?
Plus sign.
Uh-huh, good. And then what do I hit?
Message.
The photos.
Yes. What are the two options at the bottom, y'all?
Uh, more.
No, so below I just hit the plus sign, right? So when I hit the plus sign, what are the two options at the bottom? You may need to tap your screen so that the toolbar could, go away or let the toolbar go away. It's at the very bottom of my screen.
You get photos.
Yes. What's the other option that is there that you could send?
Wow.
Yes, it says file. So you can send a photo or a file. So in your files app to the chat. Do you all see that on mine? Or when you hit the plus
Yeah.
sign, do you see photo and file?
I don't
Yeah.
see the
Yes.
plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see
Yes, when
it.
you so yeah, when you're in the chat, Ms. Doris, make sure you hit the plus sign so you can see these two options. So if I hit photo, yes, I can choose any photo that is in my Photos app to send to the chat. So you can even do more than one if you want. So there, I just selected two. Do you all see those little check marks on the corner of each picture?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's how you can do more than one at a time if you're in Zoom. Yes, again, it may vary depending on what device you're on, but this is how to work it here on most touch devices. So once you're done, you hit done. Okay, then I'll do that again for you all. If I want to add a photo, I hit the photo. After I hit the plus sign, I select one or more photos. And then you all see it says done, that blue button. You're going to hit done. And bam, you can still type a message, right? You can send a photo and a message at the same time. Once you're done, you send it. Isn't that pretty cool? You can see both photos. You can tap on a photo to look at it in full screen. So this was a beautiful picture I think one of you all sent, but this was downloaded. Either way, I love this picture. And this one too. We probably did an app together for that one. So try sending a picture in the chat. It could be anything and the photos is from your Photos app. So let's see some other photos in the chat. Plus sign photo.
It's
Let me send, let me send another one. Let's see. Oh, here's a blank bingo board for you all. I remember this activity for when we did it with
I don't know
Annie.
how to do that.
Alex, I don't know what happened to my folder since it's been updated. So I don't have I can't get to it as the step that you're doing right now.
So if you hit plus sign and then photo, in the chat, Miss Dolores, what happens?
Okay, wait a minute. Let me see. Okay, let me
I
get
don't see the plus sign. That's what I'm
Okay,
looking
so
at.
are you in the chat, Miss Doris?
okay.
Hold on.
I'm
You
in
have
the
to be,
chat.
you have to be in the chat in order to send a photo. So it should be right next to message everyone. Yes. Okay, so that plus sign should be next to message everyone, or if you're in a direct message in that area, you should be able to see that, okay?
Well, I keep seeing this keyboard.
Oh yeah, I see now.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
you got this, Ms. Doris. Just, let me know if you get lost. But you found where it was. I know that's right. Okay. So, wonderful. How do I Yeah, I love your GIF, Yvonne. That's so cool. So,
Okay.
if I wanted to save one of these photos, what do I do?
I'm trying to.
Press on the photo.
Yes, for press and
Yeah.
what? Like press it, but not just press it, but
And hold it.
yes, you hold the photo with your finger. Uh-huh, until you see this menu come up. Okay, so if I wanted to save Yvonne's Hugs and Kisses gift, I can hold it with my finger. There are some other options that you can hit, like reply. You can reply to the photo or any message. You can copy that GIF and paste it somewhere. But what do I do to put it in my Photos app?
Save.
You see,
Yeah,
Save.
save
Save.
image. It says
Mhm.
save image,
oh,
right?
lock the Zoom
Image.
replay to access
Mhm.
your photos from set.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes. Yeah, so Dolores,
sorry for cutting.
make sure you hit settings, and
Okay,
then make sure when you do, you see at the top it says photos, and make sure you hit all photos when you tap on it.
okay, photos.
It may kick you out of the Zoom, so make sure you come back in once you do that, okay?
Okay, it say limited access.
Yeah, so make sure you say full access so you can use any photo. It may kick you out of the Zoom.
Okay, full access allowed.
Yeah, again, it may kick you out of the Zoom, so make sure you come back on. Yes, that's how you save an image. So again, if I go to my Photos app, which one is my Photos app at the bottom? What color is it?
Uh, it's
It's
the right there, the flower, the different look like a flower
flower, yeah.
next to the date.
Yes, next to the
Yes.
calendar app icon. That is the Photos app. That's what it looks like.
Right.
Good job. And you see here, I saved Yvonne's GIF right in my Photos app. So
Mm-hmm.
I love that. So that's how you, again, you save an image. Again, if you're on a mobile device, that's how you save the image. But you can also hold someone's message. So again, it could be text or, yep, Miss Dolores did it because it kicked her out the Zoom. So I know that's right. And then again, if I hold a picture, look at the bottom. What are those?
Reactions.
Yeah, emojis. You can do a reaction in the chat. Or, we learn in iMessage, if you hold the message, you can use a reaction as well. So yeah, there's some of these here. And then again, once again, what do I hit to access more emojis?
The three dots.
Yes,
Dots.
the three dots. So you can choose any of Apple's emojis to send as a reaction. So there you go, Yvonne. Hugs and kisses.
Yes.
There's a kiss emoji.
Uh-huh.
So you can send reactions to messages in the chat.
Alex, what kind of file would you bring up? A file?
So those are found in your Files app. So there's the Files app on the iPad. So you may have downloaded like PDFs or other documents from the Mail app or saved them, and then they go in the Files app. So that's what you are able to put in a Zoom chat. So same idea again on different devices. I can put anything, any kind of file. So again, a document like a PowerPoint or something else from my computer or device straight into the chat. So yes, the file will allow you to add any file from your Files app into the chat.
What?
So test it out. When you hit File, see what comes up.
What?
Okay, and let me look at that files icon. I think I've forgotten what it looks like.
Yeah, if it's on your, it's the blue icon, it's white, so it should look like they're on the left-hand side. But if you hit
Oh, I
files in the
see it.
Zoom, if you just hit file in the Zoom chat, you'll be able to also see what you can put. Because you can't put not everything, but yes, you can put many things from the Files app into the Zoom chat. So that's good. That's good. So yes, please send photos. I love, yes, all the different photos and other things you can add into the chat. There's some other things that you can do that I'll just mention. Again, if you have any questions, please interrupt me. You can hit the @ symbol. So you see the plus sign right there. There's some other options. You can hit the @ sign. So I can someone and
So Alice, with the new photos, I had to tap on every last one of these if I want all my photos back, or do I have to do it individually?
What we were discussing before was adding a photo into the Photos app. So if you want to add a photo to the chat, make sure you go into chat and then hit the plus sign next to message everyone, okay?
Okay, what I'm saying is that when I did the step that you said, so now I'm looking at my photo, but they're asking me to tap on each one that I want. So I'm just saying, like, if I got 20 photos, I had to tap on each 20 to get it back.
So when you went to, I'm showing it here too. So Ms. Loris, you may have to come back in again. I go to apps. This is where it took you. You go to Zoom, and then for photos, make sure you hit full access for photos. So make sure that you have selected that.
Okay, that's
Okay. But if yes, you could select them now and then you'll be able to do other ones, but I just recommend that you have full access shown. So,
okay. That's not what I saw. Okay, thank you. I go back out.
So just go to settings, go to app Zoom, and then turn on full access for your photos.
Okay, thank you, Sid.
Mhm.
You said setting app Zoom.
Yep. And then find Zoom and then hit photos and make sure it says full access.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So going back to the chat again, you can at people if you want. Yes, that's pretty cool. You can at them. I don't use this feature really at all myself. I'm just showing you that it's there. Use it for what it is. Um, it would be nice. When we like yesterday we had Mr. Derek on, right? So it would be nice to have added him a question. Even though it's just a-okay just to put your question in the chat, but maybe for larger groups it's helpful. The T allows you to use different font tools, formatting tools, so you could bold the text that you write. You see the
Oh,
difference in the chat. You can also italicize, underline, you can script, you can or strike through. You can even put a bulleted list into Zoom. How cool is that? Oh my gosh,
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I
Yes,
didn't know what the T stood for.
well, you got to try it out when and tap on it. Don't be scared, Miss Savon.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'll mess up if I tap
No,
on
don't
something.
be afraid, Yvonne.
I
You've
know.
been on this, you've been here with us for a long time. So
I
Yeah.
have.
you know more than you think, and don't be afraid. What's the worst that could happen? Just go back out, come back in. So
I'm
yes,
lost.
you have to try out these different features.
don't be
So
scared.
Well, I
so
still,
we're in Zoom, we're in the chat. When you hit message everyone, you will see some additional options next to the plus sign. We went over the formatting, and then this is like emojis too. It's just a kind of a longer way to get to the emojis right here, the smiley face. But yes, I'm just showcasing that what is there, and
I'm lost.
you use what you want. Okay, so Ms. Doris, make sure you're in the Zoom chat and you hit message everyone. Does everyone see that when they hit message everyone?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, so when you hit message everyone, you will see all those different tools. Good. Okay. Um, what do I do if I want to if I want to see what someone is saying? What do I tap on?
You want to see what they're
So
saying.
yeah, if I look at the
Check.
toolbar,
You click on
Yeah.
chat.
so it's not the chat. Again, what do I want to do if I want to see what someone is saying?
Well,
Someone said it, but they stopped saying it for whatever reason.
Hit on CC.
Yes, CC.
oh,
See,
CC. Oh,
see.
that's if
Yes.
you want to see what they. Oh, I see what you mean. If you want to see what
I'm,
they're
I'm trying to
saying.
say it without
Oh,
saying
you
Yeah,
it.
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
someone
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
speaking.
yeah, yeah.
CC.
CC.
I'm lost.
Which stands for,
Closed caption.
yes,
Closed cap.
closed caption.
Okay, okay.
Yes, so we're back on the
Let's see what
toolbar.
Oh,
Again, the toolbar is, again, besides listening, learning, taking notes, having fun, things of the nature, that toolbar is so important to know how to use. So yes, if I hit show CC, and again, make sure you all do on yours as
Right.
well, you
Live
can see
transcript.
what someone is saying.
Right.
So
When
maybe,
you say everyone is saying, I think you. If I had said when someone is speaking, what do you want to see to see what they're saying? But when you say everyone, that would threw me off. When everyone is saying it, I understand.
yes, because I'm seeing what you're saying and you're seeing what I'm saying. If someone else spoke, you'd see what they're saying. And you can see next to, someone else was saying something, you could see their initials or their profile picture, which is pretty cool. So you can know who was saying or speaking by looking at them. So you could be looking at my video, but you can also, yeah, like you see Dolores, you're when when anything is said, you can see those captions, which are
Mm-hmm.
neat. So yeah, use those for the movie. I may not always have captions for a movie. I may
yeah.
not always have captions for a video. So
I have mine on now, my captions, CC. I use them
and
all the
again,
time.
use more. Hey, if you can see and hear, you comprehend it more, you understand it more, and it's good. I love that, Yvonne.
Yeah, I even have it on my television because sometimes I miss things, and
You know that's okay. That's why we use all the tools that we have and learn about the tools so we can make our lives easier. So I hope this makes it easier for a lot of you all. Please use it more. It's so easy to access, right? Again, if you're on a cell phone, you may not have all these options at the bottom. So
Yo, no.
you would then hit more. You would then hit more to see some other options. So working with some Android devices, all they had was the mute, the video, the chat, and then all the other options were in more. So just, trying to keep this all inclusive. So good. We went over the captions, the chat. Good job, good job. All right. Yes, I see Ms. Doris left us again. I mean, she got that figured out with those settings. I love that. Um, let's see. We all know about that video, keeping those videos in mind. And just keeping our mics in mind too. So just 1 second. Okay. Again, this mic button, if I don't have the red line over the mic, that's how you know you all can hear me. If I mute myself, I will see that red line over that mic. Okay, so if you're speaking to someone in your home or if you're on a phone, you got to keep that mic in mind. Again, you may not want us to hear it. And just to make sure that we all can understand and hear each other. So the mic is so important alongside with the video. Okay, let's keep in mind if our videos are on or not. Okay. Jump in shit. Usually we do the account first, but let's go through this together while we're here. So let's say I want to change my background. What do I press?
More.
If I don't see an option here at the bottom, what do I press? Someone said it.
More?
Yes, more. Yes. If you don't see an option that you're looking for at the bottom, you're going to go to more to find all the other ones. Because even though on this big iPad screen, there are still, they can't fit everything at the bottom or whatever, right? So you got to hit more to see all the other options. And depending on if you're in a host or a participant, it may see a bit different. But some of the cool things is, again, polls and quizzes. I usually have a poll or a quiz for some of our sessions. So if you don't see it, you can access it by hitting polls and quizzes. Captions and translations. I use that because, again, if I'm working with someone in Spanish or listening in Spanish, you can change the caption language to any language that is available. So that I think that's pretty cool that you can do that. But yes, and more, what do I hit to adjust my background when my video is on?
Background and effects.
Okay. Yeah, so in backgrounds and effects,
Yeah.
again, you have some different options that you can do, again, depending on your device, things of that nature. So under backgrounds, you see I have some that I already have added. Okay. So how do I add a background? How do I add a new picture from my Photos app to my backgrounds?
Plus sign.
a plus sign.
I hit the plus sign and then I choose any photo that I want. So I'll do that. I'll do the hugs and the GIF. Even though it's a GIF, I could still put it. It's a little grainy, but that's okay. You can add as many as you want. And I love that. Even though, let's see, let me put these flowers. I love this background. That looks
Yes, that's pretty.
So it's okay. You can have, hundreds of them in there, and which I really do quite enjoy. Some folks may have some avatars that they can adjust, depending on, again, what kind of what device you're on, things of that nature. And I like the video filters too. You can filter your screen to be a little more light. That's pretty cool. Or dark. That's pretty cool. You can change how the filter. Hey, I like that background. That's pretty cool. Look at that. You can really, really have fun with Zoom. So let's say I didn't have any, I like this, the pearl background. Or video filter. That's pretty nice. What do I do if I want to download a new picture or save a picture that we've gone through many, many times together? So who would like to lead me the way? Let's say I wanted to download a new picture to use as a background. What app do we utilize?
You
Mostly.
gotta go to first of all, you gotta go to Safari.
Yeah, so how do I go to my home screen?
You press the home screen, and then the toolbar comes up at the bottom. Then you press Safari, and then and then after you press Safari, I'm trying to do it as I speak.
Oh no, you're doing great. So yes, you hit
and
the
then
home
you
button,
press
go to your-
Safari, and then you go.
So
Which
one is Safari? Which one is
Safari
Safari?
is the second one to the left.
Yes, that compass icon, right?
Compass icon. You
And-
press
And then
that.
how do I search? How do I search for something?
Well,
How do I
let me press it and let me see. I have to do it, and then you go up.
What's that thing
The
called at the
search
top?
bar.
The search bar. Go
Yes,
ahead,
search
Brenda.
bar.
Go ahead. The search bar.
Yeah, the search bar, the address bar. Again,
Address bar.
that's
and then
where you can, that's where you can type in a website name. You could go to google.com, yahoo.com, whatever, but you can search for
backgrounds.
anything.
Whatever.
Well, you're gonna search for Black History Month black backgrounds.
I know that's right, Miss Jo.
Tell them, Gerald.
Yeah,
Black
I
History
love
Month
that.
background.
Yes, that's
and
what
then
I'm
the
gonna search.
background then they're gonna come up, and then you're gonna choose the background you like. And then when you figure out the one you like, you press it and you hold on to it.
Uh-huh.
And then it'll appear
Oh,
on the right-hand side.
Uh-huh. Yes, yes.
You hold on to it until it changes.
The
and
menu
then
drops down.
The menu
Yeah.
drops down.
Miss Gerald, that was so amazing. I know that's right. You sound like you've been doing it for Thank you, Geraldine. Yes, so I typed in Black History Month background. If you like oceans, if you like cities, if you like the state, a country, if you like food, if you like animals, pets, environment,
Anything.
literally anything, right? So it's just what you like. If you want to have a picture of some really good gizzards, be my guest. Anything. You can put any picture you want, ones that you take with your camera, if you're out and about, see beautiful scenery, whatever, right? So everyone should have beautiful backgrounds. So if I want to look at other photos, I see the 6 here, but I want to see way more. What can I hit? What do I hit on my screen to go to all of the pictures, images?
Hit all.
Hmm?
Don't you hit all?
Well, all when you're in Google, that's it shows all like the links.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, but so what's right next to that?
Images.
Yes,
Images,
so you can hit
Oh, yes,
images.
Right.
Yes, or you can
Mhm.
hit.
Show more images. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
if you wanted to do that too. I like hitting images just so I can see all these different things.
Right.
And one thing that I don't think I've specifically talked about, which is pretty cool. Looky here. So it says all images, but I mean I love Google because you can search something and then you can look for whatever kinds of media. So I use it to look for images, but I also use it to look for videos for our sessions, shopping, short videos, forums, more. I mean, there's many things you can search through the lens. But to the right of that, it says tools, right?
Okay.
So this works.
I don't know.
This works for if I'm here, images, videos, any of those. You see tools. So look, if I hit tools, you see what you can search by. Size, color, type, anytime, or even advanced search. My favorite that I like to use is type because I like to look for GIFs, like moving images, so that way all of the images that come up are in fact GIFs. or GIFs, moving images. I love these
And
moving images. They're pretty sweet. So just make sure to remember to use these tools as well when you're doing Google searches, okay? If you do a result, like if I go here, maybe you just want results from the past month. So if I'm looking for Black History Month 2026, whatever, I would just do it for the past month and see what comes up. You see what I'm saying? So use the tools options when you're in Safari, searching for something in Google to get it more specific search. Okay? Is that something new that we learned today?
Yes, because you
Yeah.
never talked about tools before, unless I never seen.
So make sure you utilize those when you're in a Google search. If you need to utilize those tools. So yes, as
Yeah.
Geraldine said, I go through look, if where does it say? But there's like millions, hundreds of thousands of images. So you're just finding one that you might like. Let's see. Oh, this one was pretty cool right here on the right-hand side. I like that one very much. So you see when you like one or want to see one in expanding or in a bigger form, you tap on it. And then look, this is an image from a website. So if I hit visit, I could visit the website where this image is from, and they're pretty cool. So look here, 100-year history, Black History Month. This would be a cool thing to read. So you can see where the images come from by hitting visit. If I want to go back to the last thing we just did in this tab, what do I hit on the screen? I just visited the site. How do I go back?
the back arrow button.
Yes, at the top left, right? That takes me back to the screen that I was just on. So again, if you visit a site, if I visit, I could go back to the previous thing that I was in. So look, back, forward, yes. So you make sure you utilize that. If I want to save this image, what do I do to it with my finger?
Hold it so the menu drops down.
Yeah, as y'all said. And then which option do I hit?
Save to photos.
On the menu. Save to photos. So that's how I save this image to my Photos app. Again, which one is the Photos app on my screen?
Next to the date. The flower looking
Yes,
thing.
that multicolored. Yeah, that multicolored icon, right? You can check to see if it's in your Photos app. And it sure is. It's right here.
Yeah.
We just downloaded it. You can use it to verify, but if you actually hit save the photos, then I would say you're pretty good to go. So again, all we did was go from Safari. Once we are done with Safari, we want to go back to Zoom, right? To add the background, right? So if I hit my home button, and then you can check in Photos if it's there, but I'm just going to go back to Zoom. Okay. How do I add a background? What do I hit?
More.
What? Yeah, more. And then
background and effects.
Yes. Again, I want everyone to share. Thank you all so much. And then how do I add the background?
Plus sign.
Good. I know that's right. Y'all are killing it today. And then I select the photo that I want to use as a background. So you see the most recent are at the bottom, the oldest are at the top.
Yes.
So you can scroll through, and again, any image that you have in your Photos app as a background, you tap on it, looks good, hit done, and there you go. I have a beautiful Black History Month background as my background. So again, if I start my video, again, you have to have your video on in order for others to see it. And there you go. So does that make sense with how to download an image if you just want a brand new background? Make sense?
Yes.
Good.
Go ahead, Brenda.
Let's see some you don't have to, but maybe some beautiful Valentine's Day backgrounds. Who's gonna adjust their background today?
Okay, I got one up already. Put another one up.
Yeah, so I'll be able to look through. I see through the videos. Let's see if we can download a beautiful Valentine's Day love red background.
There's one right there.
I think that would be cool. Oh, I see you, Miss Dolores. I saw you came back once again after it kicked you out because you picked the right setting and you were able to pick that photo.
Yes, thank you.
Uh-huh, you did that thing. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Again, please. I love that. I love that one too, Ms. Brenda. That one's really cool.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Yes. Others on the call, try to find a really cool background. I love your hearts, Geraldine. Those are really cool.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Look at Miss Gerald. You can't tell her nothing today either.
Yes. You know, tomorrow it'll be fun to show Jordan all of the lovely heart backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since we haven't seen him in a while. So that's really fun. I hope, or Black History Month backgrounds. He would like that too. That was a good so definitely February and beyond is the time to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we covered the toolbar. We covered how to download an image from Safari. Again, you can use different apps to download images, blah, blah, etc. But, you know, I try to find an easy way for us to express ourselves. So the last thing is account features. So if I wanted to, how do I say? So what do I press to then, you know, even if I'm in a Zoom meeting right now, what do I press to adjust or look at my Zoom information settings? What do I press on the screen?
Say that one more
Look
time.
at your,
So my Zoom, if I want to adjust, like we talked about adjusting the reaction skin tone, or we do backgrounds. Again, what do I do to not get out of the meeting or leave the meeting, but go to the Zoom home screen? What button do I press? I'll give you, well, it only appears when I tap the screen.
Oh, you press the home button.
Well, if I hit the home button, I'm going to my home screen. I don't want to go to my home screen. I want to go adjust my Zoom settings, account profile picture. How do I do that? What do I press?
You want to adjust your home screen.
sound like more to me. It's not
So
more.
again, we're trying to not leave the meeting, but we're trying to go to that. Remember, so we're trying to get to sign in, sign up, join a meeting, or if you're signed into your account, you should see that toolbar on the left. How do I get to that screen from here? I'm in a Zoom meeting and I tap my screen and I see some options come up. So it's in a corner. That's my hint. What do I press?
I don't want to press no more.
Back blue.
Back
Oh, the camera.
The arrow in the upper left-hand corner.
Yes, that back arrow at the top left-hand corner. Yes, so that is how you can not get out of the meeting, but showcase your home screen, whether you're signed in or if you're not. If you're not signed into your Zoom account, you will see what I had just shown here. Okay? Give me 1 second. Let me go better.
I didn't understand the question.
So again, I asked how do you go to your Zoom account settings, even if you're in a meeting, you would hit that arrow at the top left. If you're not in a meeting, you'll just see the screen, okay? But if you're in a meeting, this is how you can adjust certain things, even if you're in a meeting, right? You see you're still in the meeting? So if you're
Okay,
not,
so do I have to sign up? Because I'm looking like you say Zoom Workplace when you
so
go
make
back.
sure you're looking at yours, okay? So if when you hit that back arrow, you'll either see on your end sign in, sign up back to meeting, or you will see your Zoom home screen with the 4 squares and then the toolbar on the left. So yes, if you see sign in, sign up, back to meeting, I recommend everyone has a Zoom account. So it just depends. If you've had a Zoom account before, make sure to hit sign in. And don't sign out, just make sure you stay signed in. If you've never had a Zoom account, I recommend you hit sign up. Okay? So I'll just showcase this example, sign up.
What about back to meeting?
Well, that takes you back to the meeting, but we're going over it again, making sure if you have or if you want a Zoom account to go over the different steps. So, yes, if you never had a Zoom account before, you would hit sign up. It asks for your birth year, verifying your age, so just the year. So, again, I would put in my birth year. Okay. And then once you type that in, I highly recommend you use continue with Apple. So you can use your Apple account as your Zoom account.
Hmm.
Okay, and make sure you go through with those steps. If you've never had a Zoom account, hit sign up, put in your birth year, hit continue with Apple, and then follow the steps. But I'm going to sign in. I do have a Zoom account. I just show this so you can see if you have the same thing. I'm going to continue with Apple. And again, utilize my Apple account, again, my Touch ID to sign in. How easy. You don't need a password or anything. And now I am, in fact, here in my Zoom account. So look at that. I go back to the meeting. If I hit the back arrow, now you see I'm on the Zoom home screen. Okay, makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you either signed in or you're not. That's what you see when you get to the screen. So if you see the screen, you are signed into your account. If you're on a mobile device, it may look a little different, but essentially the same features, just maybe moved around a bit. So look, here on the left-hand side, I have home, team chat, meetings, docs, calendar, and more. I personally do not really use the docs or the team chat. The calendar, not really. But you can like schedule events, but I don't really use it too much. So I recommend these three, though. Of course, the home screen in Zoom. Again, when you're in the home screen in Zoom, you can, of course, go back to the meeting or start a new meeting with your ID. Okay, again, if you have a Zoom account, you can start your own meetings and it's free. You know, you have
Right.
up to 45 minutes for each meeting. Again, if you don't pay for a Zoom Pro account. But again, that's still free 45 minutes. That's pretty amazing. You can join a meeting. Again, if you don't have a link, like we send you all through your email, the link to our Zoom meetings, you can hit join and physically type in or hit the little arrow to choose a previous meeting that you were in. The other two at the bottom, schedule. I do use it, but you can literally schedule a meeting. So yes, you can title the meeting. I do use this. I do use this sometimes. Yes. You can set the passcode, some options. You can choose when it starts. So you can schedule a meeting and invite. You see, it says invitees. You can invite people. So if I wanted to invite Lou to the meeting, I would then type in his email and the other emails as well. Okay. There you go, one invitee. So you can invite and schedule a meeting. This is just one way to do this per se, because it'll be in Zoom. It'll be under the calendar, etc. So I haven't showcased this before, so just want to be like, hey, it's here. This is the purpose. You can schedule a meeting. It'll be in Zoom calendar, etc. Yes, and share screen. You can share your screen before going into a meeting, but I just share my screen when I get into the meeting. So that's, again, my take on these four. On the left is meetings, of course. This is where you can look at your personal meeting ID.
Right.
Every Zoom account, you have your own personal meeting ID. That doesn't mean every meeting you start has to be that, because if I go to home and then instead of back to meeting, it would say start meeting. You notice it may say use your personal meeting ID. You can either check that on or check that off. So if you check it off, it'll be a random ID and a random passcode. So just so you all know.
So on your
Yeah.
personal ID, do they automatically give you that number or?
Yes, all I did was hit meetings. Again, you don't choose it. They give it to you when you open the account. So everyone's is different. There's so many combinations you can do with this. So everyone has their own personal meeting ID for their account. Again, I have different Zoom accounts. I have my WildTech Zoom account and my Alexander Zoom account. And those are two different personal meeting IDs. Again, even this meeting has a different ID than the personal meeting ID on the account. So there are,
But where's the passcode?
Great question. So, well, I would like you to answer it. If you see here, they're pretty self-explanatory, but which option would I do to edit or I said it, edit or adjust the passcode? What do I press
Edit.
on? Yes, I hit on edit. So this is you can you see you can use the one that it gives you. You see it's the third row, but you can adjust it. Like my personal meeting or my passcode for my Alexander account is just a number, like 7. You could do that, or you can make it a letter to make it real easy. You know, for this one, y'all know the passcode for this meeting. It's so easy, right?
Do.
So yeah, you can make it anything that you
Mhm.
want. So I can make the passcode Apple 123, or you could do it numbers and letters, whatever you'd like, right? So
Right.
But you don't have to have a passcode, do you?
so look at that. I can't turn it off. You must have a passcode, but just make it easy. So you must have a passcode in order, it'll again automatically give you one when you again open the account, but you can again adjust it. Again, by default, they give you a combination of like numbers and letters and stuff, but you see here, I can just make it the number 1. I can make this personal meeting ID passcode just the number 1. There's
Now, Alex, excuse me. The meetings, our personal meetings, Wilda doesn't have a passcode, but she's paying for her Zoom. So is that the difference? When you have a paid, you don't have to have a passcode, but with a free, you have to have a passcode.
That's okay. Yes. So yes, based on what I just said. So let me actually test. I'm on my other iPad right here. So let me sign in. I do have I'm with the Zoom Pro account. So let me see if that gives you an option. This iPad that you're seeing here, it's just a regular Zoom account. Just so that way for most folks, it's the same as you see. So yes, if I go into, let me see. Give me a second. Oops. 1 second. Let me go on to my device right here. If I go to meetings. Yes, this is, I really am having a lot of fun. I hope you guys are learning a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see, sign out. Let me sign in. Okay. Oh, 1 second, folks. Just confirming it on my end about that, about having to have a passcode. So just thinking in my head, maybe they're not using their personal meeting ID. That may they require the passcode. I never really thought of it like that, but let me double check. So going here on my device. Okay. Yes, there, as you can see, when you're while I put that up, below passcode, you can enable a waiting room, so that way if folks join, they'll be in the waiting room, and as the host, you're going to be able to admit them into the meeting. So you can have that on or off. And then you can choose other options here, like host video on, participant video on, and then other advanced options. So even for whatever reason, let's say you were hosting something, but you didn't mind them joining before you did. You can turn that option on here. I think that's pretty neat.
Which one?
But I don't use it too much myself, But if for whatever situation that would be okay, then you can use that advanced option. Again, edit. There are some options here, but there are some advanced options that you can utilize too. So if I go into edits, yeah, so I'm here. Thank you for asking that, Brenda. And if I go into my Zoom right here on my other iPad with my Pro account, yes, for my personal meeting ID, I can make it so I don't need to have a passcode.
Okay.
Yes, but if you don't have a Zoom Pro account, you must have a passcode to your
Passcode. Okay.
personal meeting ID. So yes, that is the difference. But I love having a passcode because again, just not just anyone can join, but they would need the ID and the passcode to join,
Right.
not just the ID. So, it's the great thing is that could be changed at any time. right? So thank you for asking that. So you can start your personal meetings straight from here. Again, you can go to home, hit start, do the same thing, or you can go into meetings and then you can start the meeting or send invitation. Again, you can send your Zoom link by message. So look, I can
Which-
iMessage. I can message. So let's say I send it to again let's say I send it to myself. You can send a link, the link to the meeting to anyone, which is pretty cool. You can still type. If I go back and hit send message again, like I can say, hey, XYZ, this is the time, etc. So it's just how you communicate with people. For me, I like to just do one big communication through an email because everyone has access to email. But if you know everyone by text, you could do a group message, text, whatever, and be able to do it. So which I think is pretty neat. Send an invitation. You can send email. Look at that. It has all the information. It has the link, has the passcode, has the ID. You can change the subject. You can see you want to send it to. Do that CC BCC we talked about if you want. You can also just copy to clipboard. Again, basically you can copy it and then paste it into the Zoom chat, uh, notes, email, anything, right? So looky here. I just pasted that information that I just copied into the Zoom chat. I won't share it, but how cool is that? You can share your link for people to join in many different ways from your device. Okay. Yes. So any questions about meetings right here? But yes, if you have a Zoom account, you can start your own meetings. You can invite anyone as long as they have the Zoom app. And again, you can send them an invitation, which makes it so easy for them. Of course, you can give them the numbers, right? But why have them type in when they could just tap the link and, see the passcode if there is one and be very easily able to put that in.
Okay, and how did you say you send that send the invitation to the people that you're inviting to the meeting? That's on the send invitation?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a drop down because okay.
So try if you go on yours, if you're signed in already, you can hit send invitation and you can see all the options. You can send it as a message, an email, or you can copy it and paste it anywhere you want. Yes, if you want to send a invitation to your personal meeting ID for whatever, again, you can in the invitation, you can adjust it, you can add times, dates, whatever, what they need, you can add that info, but it's pretty convenient to be able to do this. Lastly, in more, okay, okay. Let's see. There's all these other ones. I'm going to mainly be talking about home, which we just did, meetings, and then more. There are some other options here.
More. Okay.
It looks a little different. Let's see. Actually, cool. I'm so glad we're having module 6 today because yes, there are some adjustments in this because more it used to take you to another screen, but if I hit it, wow, it looks different. So this is something a little new, but that's okay. Look at the very top left. Whether it's on yours or mine, you will either see the profile picture or your initials there, okay? And if I looky here, look at the bottom. What are those two things? What does it say?
My profile and settings.
Yes, my profile and settings. So if I go to my profile, yes. Yes, this looks a little different than it used to, or to access this, it looks different. You can't hit more anymore because there are these other options here. I wish I could add, yeah. This is how you can add stuff to the menu on the left.
So you go kind of fast.
So again, looking through all the options, yes, this is one of the newest features. Again, that's why I'm glad we're having this session today. At the top left, when you hit that icon with your initials or your profile photo, you hit My Profile or Settings for those different things. So for your profile, that's everything to do with your profile. So you can adjust your name. Okay. Again, if it shows Zoom user or anything else besides your name, make sure that you adjust it by hitting display name. You see first name, last name, and then display name. So what this showcases. So anytime I'm logged in, I can, when I get into Zoom meeting, it will be Alexander Bell, WTA. Once I hit save, there you go. That's what will come up when I go into a Zoom meeting. So that is, you can adjust your name. How do I adjust my picture that I have for my profile? What do I tap on here? What do you all see?
You tap on that blue house. I mean, that house. On your picture, the blue.
The camera.
The camera.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
a little blue camera, yes. And then you can use a photo, take a photo with your camera, or you can hit select from photo album, yes, and use any photo and hit when you hit done. That's how you can add a profile photo or adjust your profile photo on your Zoom account. Where does your profile photo appear when you're in Zoom? There are two main things that you can see it, or others can see it.
It's when you stop your video.
Yes, and when you stop your video, your profile is shown where? How do I see it?
Background.
Well,
I mean,
how
not
do I
background. I mean,
don't overthink it. How do I see others when I'm in a Zoom call and someone's sharing their screen? What do I hit?
oh, I don't know.
What's on my screen to hit so I could see other people's videos?
Oh, the plus sign.
The plus and the minus. The plus and the minus sign.
I don't see a plus and minus on my screen.
Where?
Over top of your
On your picture.
So let me re-ask it. So what are the two ways you can see someone's profile photo? Yes, you can see when their video is off, but what are the two ways you can see it when you're in a meeting?
Oh, hit that little thing up at the top that looks like a square with 9 little things up in it.
Well, yes, that is true. That is the gallery view.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sharing my screen right now, so I can't see, none of you all can see
the camera.
view.
Camera.
Yes, that little camera. So when I'm sharing my screen, or when someone is sharing their screen, you can hit that little camera. And yes, when my video is off, that is where I can see it. You see, my video is off. I can see my profile picture.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. When my video is on, I see the background that I have. When my video is off, I see the profile photo. There are actually two other places. Where else do you see the profile picture? Or even 3 places that I'm seeing. Where else can you just a fun bit of trivia. Where else can you see the profile photo? What's
You can swipe it from the left to the right. You sweep it. You see everybody.
Don't overthink it. Where else can you see it? Where do you?
And the more and more.
So if I hit more, I can't see any profile.
You see in the chat.
I'm saying you can
Yes, that's one. That's in the chat. You notice
Yes.
next to everyone's name is their profile photo, whether it's their initials, that means they don't have a profile photo, or you see their profile photo, right?
In that profile.
Right.
So yes, if you have a Zoom account, I highly recommend you have a profile picture. But that's one. What's the other one? What are you seeing right now at the bottom of your screen?
The camera. The little blue.
The 2 dots.
What else is on the bottom of my screen?
Them 2 dots.
What?
Oh,
It's moving. What do you see at the bottom of my screen?
Oh, the captioning.
Yes, you can see the profile photo of someone next to them in the captions. Because you can't see their name, but if you have the profile photo like Yvonne, when you said, "Oh, just now I can see your profile photo."
Yeah.
When I see Brenda's profile photo, I know that's Brenda.
Yeah, I never paid that any attention.
Which one is? You mean what next to the caption?
Yes, so if you're looking at your captions or my captions, you see next when someone else speaks, you can see their profile photo next to the words.
Oh, okay.
Yes, next to the words, you can see because you don't see their name, but but my profile photo here is that a WildTech logo. Others, Ivani, see you have yourself. Ms. Brenda, I see it for quote. It's
Tells you who's speaking.
without
Okay.
having to see their
Without the
name.
name, yeah.
Yeah, without the name.
Okay,
So
that's
chat, the captions, where else can you see the person's profile photo? What do you hit at the bottom? Profile photo is what?
The video. Isn't it the video?
Right, it's a
Video
video.
profile participants.
Yes, because look, who is
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah.
yeah, look
Okay.
to next to each person's name in participants. You see their
Mhm.
profile photo.
That's right.
Yeah, so whether it's their initials, which is very convenient, or if it's the profile photo, you can use those just to easily tell who is speaking, okay? Yeah, it's profile. So that's why it's really cool to have a profile photo, so that way others can see that profile photo, know that's you. So all that wonderful, knowing what's going on. That's what we're all about.
So the
So
profile photo for people who have Zoom accounts. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
you got to have a Zoom account in order to have a
Okay.
profile photo. If you don't have a Zoom account, it'll be your initials. So by default. So I recommend everyone has a Zoom account to have your own meetings, etc. Profile photo, able to adjust certain things. But yes, that is very useful. Yes. Okay, so that's
Ask you something. You just changed your photo in Zoom, but
yes.
when you went back to Zoom, it's showing the WildTech logo.
Oh, that may let me see if I can adjust that by turning it off and on. It will fix itself when I get out of the meeting.
Oh,
But
okay.
but in participants, you see it changed.
Right, right. It's showing.
That's a good, maybe
Okay.
Zoom has not noticed that it does that, maybe. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you noticed that. But that's only because now you can see those profile pictures next to the captions,
Right.
which is pretty cool. So yes, again, we used to go to more to find like the accounts and the profile and all that stuff, but now we have to hit the icon at the top left of this screen when you're in your Zoom account. We just went to my profile. That's how we adjusted the profile photo and the display name. But there's also settings. Settings, there's a lot of different settings here. Okay. So the main ones I go to is general. These are, let me look through these. General, okay, manage storage. I wouldn't use this too much. I have not seen this menu before, so I'm just taking a look and you all are hearing how I think. Notifications. I'm not going to mess around with these. Again, they're cool. Video and effects. This is a good one. You can touch up your appearance. So, you can make the lighting look real good, etc. On Zoom. So check that out. Portrait lighting. It says highlights you while dimming your background. Uh, hmm, that's pretty cool. I mean, I have not used that feature before. That's not a new feature, but hey, portrait lighting highlights you while dimming your background. There's backgrounds and effects. You can adjust your background without having to be in a Zoom meeting. Okay, if you were not in a Zoom meeting, you can adjust your background. That's very convenient. And then you can keep your virtual background for all the meetings or just the one for that day, but I like all meetings. It's by default. So not too much here. Video and effects, you can basically touch up your appearance and change your background as you please.
If I could answer you, why would you?
Video here at the bottom. Okay, there's the video here. Don't use that much for the advanced. I'm just looking through all the different options. Effect audio. Uh, hmm. Wouldn't use that too much myself. Accessibility. Dim screen share video. Automatically dim video with flash images or visual. I wouldn't use this. I wouldn't use this too much either. Again, just looking through and seeing what options there are. Meetings. Okay, meetings. I really like this one here at the bottom, reaction skin tone. So you see when I did the thumbs up or the hand, my skin tone was a little different than maybe the default. So you can choose everything from a light skin tone to a dark skin tone for when you do your reactions. So you see, if I choose this shade and I go to Zoom and I go to reactions, look at that. Don't you see that that changed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How convenient is that?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Look at that.
Alex, you don't have to be in a Zoom meeting to make these changes, do you?
No, you can be in one. You don't have to be in one. So either way, it works. Settings, again, meetings. So yes, you can adjust your reaction skin tone, and I think that's pretty nice. Again, not everyone's yellow, so it may be small, but I think it makes an impact. Um, yes, there are some other ones here, but I think those are the main ones, just to keep things simple today. So again, at the top left, you can hit My Profile to adjust your display name and profile photo. You can hit Settings to go to videos and effects to touch up your appearance, add a background without having to be in a meeting. And if you hit meetings, you can adjust your reaction skin tone. So when you do a raise hand or one of the reactions, it won't be the default color. It'll be whatever shade that you choose. Oh, yes. Today, we went over the Zoom toolbar at the bottom. Again, mic, video, participants, chat, reactions. Utilize those closed captions. When you host your own meetings, use that share. Use the more to adjust your background. Do you know how to download a background and or save it to your photos and be able to use it and adjust it as you please? And you can, even in a meeting, you can go to your settings to your Zoom account where you can adjust your name, your display name, profile photo. You can adjust your background, reaction skin tone without even having to be in a meeting. So, any questions for today? But you all did amazing. And, this is what happens when we work together.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had a lot of fun. Any questions on Zoom toolbar, Zoom account, how to download a background? Any questions? Any questions for today? Comments? Did you learn what'd you learn new today? Or what are you gonna do? Are you gonna use the captions more? Are you gonna use those reactions? Are you gonna make a Zoom account or add a profile photo? That way we can really liven things up. Any thoughts for today?
Well, I am going to use the Zoom caption, which I do use that when I'm in church. But I really what I'm going to do one day have a Zoom meeting because I haven't had one. So I'm going to have to try to get some names and set up to see how to do that. Have a Zoom
Well,
meeting.
once you have that Zoom account, it'll be you'll know how to send the invitation. You already know how to send the invitation and share it and send it, adjust that passcode. So you got this.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I haven't done it, but I'm going to try. I keep putting it off. I'm like Carolyn now. I need to start trying to do what you're teaching me.
That's okay. Take it one step at a time, but I know you can do it.
Oh,
Any,
I learned that I didn't know you could make adjustments on your Zoom account while you're in a Zoom account.
or
Like
while we're in a meeting. Yeah, while you're in a
while
meeting.
you're in a meeting.
You
Yeah.
hit that back arrow at the top left.
Right. So
Uh-huh.
I'll be doing that.
Yeah,
Why would you be? What would you be adjusting it for? Though? That's my question. Why
so
you?
if I go back to the profile at the top left and I hit my profile, again, you can adjust your profile photo, again, your display name, but you can also go into settings, adjust your background without having to be in a meeting. You can adjust your appearance. Again, touch up my appearance. You can do that feature. And you can also, while you're in or out of a meeting, like the other one, you can go to meetings and change your reaction skin tone. And while I'm here, just noticing, again, I see above it, always show meeting controls. If you have this option on, the toolbar will not go away if you don't touch the screen for a couple seconds. That's what I tried. That's what I'm assuming that it does. Always show captions. You can always show the captions. So you don't have to hit show CC every time you want to do that. You can turn that setting on here. So I quite like these.
Do you think it's good to do that? Those two options, those two that you just put on.
It's up to you.
It's up to the individual.
I like you. I like them, but it's really up to you.
Yeah,
It
Mhm.
started.
And Alex, before you do that background, you have to have full access to your photos. Because
You don't
when you
have
go,
to, you don't have to, but it just makes it easier because you can use any photo. When you have that limited access, and thank you for bringing that up because yes, you go to settings if you want, if for whatever reason your photos are not working, you go to settings, you go to apps at the bottom on this menu, you find Zoom, that's where we're trying to do Zoom. And then you see, yes, photos. I like full access because all the, different
yeah.
yeah, all your photos, but again, making sure, yes, my microphone's on good, my camera's on good. So everything is good with my Zoom app. So if anything goes wrong, that is just an option just to double check. Yes, yes. I love it. Any other questions, comments for today? Let me see those back. I love yours, Dolores. I love that Zoom background. That's really cool. I see you, Miss Foster. I love your Valentine's Day. Pink is so beautiful. I see you, Miss Clement. Are those heart cherries?
What's that? That do look like a cherry.
It
Making me
looks
hungry.
it looks so nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so utilize the background. I change mine every day, and it's really fun because today's International Day of Women and Girls in STEM. For our noon session, I changed it to this soul food background because we were talking about soul food. So you can use your background to really express yourself.
Hey, Alex, when you were in Zoom making those changes, there was a thing called shortcut to Siri. What is that?
Yeah, I saw that
Okay.
too.
Yes.
That's
I like that you mentioned that. Again, please, if you're interested in something, just let me know. If I don't mention it, it doesn't mean that it's not a useful feature, but
Right.
just try to make sure we hone in on some things. But yeah, Siri shortcuts. So here, these are certain things that you can do. So look, start my personal meeting. So you can actually ask Siri to start this personal meeting for you. It actually does work, which is pretty cool. So you can, whatever you're doing, you can, if you have that option on Siri shortcuts, you see it says add to Siri. I already added the bottom one here, but yeah, so you can ask Siri to, if you have any scheduled meetings to tell you what meetings you have, or even join the next meeting. So the next meeting on your calendar, you can ask Siri to join it for you. So, I
So
mean,
will Siri let folks in?
good. So what the
it will start. So if you start your meeting, it will start the meeting. If you want to join it, it'll just, if it's on your, you see here, I don't have, it says no upcoming meetings. I don't have a calendar. I don't
Right.
use the calendar for it, but if you had linked a calendar to, or schedule, if you scheduled a meeting in Zoom, it will come up here under your upcoming meetings. Because you see, this is personal meeting ID. This is all of my upcoming meetings
Right.
for this. So if you schedule it, you'll be able to do it. But I like that bottom one. That's the one that I would use the most, is that start my personal meeting. So you don't
go ahead.
Okay. Start my person.
Yeah, so it's just use short phrases added to Siri to do tasks faster. Zoom is pretty cool that they added this, but I maybe have started my personal meeting once or twice with Siri, but it's all up to you.
So you just tell Siri, hey Siri, start my personal meeting, and then it starts. That's how it works.
Whatever it doesn't, isn't that what it says on the screen?
Yeah, I see what it say on the screen, but
Hey Siri, start my personal meeting. Yeah, so yes, it did on my phone here, but yes, you see those two are not added, but this bottom one I added in the past. So in case I wanted to, I could use Siri to start this meeting that I have here. If I
So you
wanted.
have to set your calendar up to do that.
No, just
don't?
start it. Look, I can start it this one, not right now. I'm in a Zoom meeting. I can start it. This is just to start a meeting.
Okay.
You can, Brenda, when you hit new meeting, you can start at any time. You don't have to schedule a meeting just to start it, right?
Okay.
Alex,
Yes.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Excuse me. Should your profile picture come up whenever you're in a Zoom meeting unless you disable it? Because in some meetings, my profile picture doesn't come up when I have my video off, and in others, it does come up. Do I need to go to settings or is that on the other end, the host has control over that?
Yes, Yvonne, you are not thinking anything wrong. Again, it's on them. There is a setting here in the host tools that disables profile photos, but we don't have those on over here. So it all depends on them. But
Depends
yes,
on the host then.
yes, yeah. So as you
Because
have yours, so we see you again. I mentioned that I see yours, so you have yours on. So
yeah,
it's
but when I
nothing,
do
it's nothing
my when I do Bible study, my profile picture doesn't come up, and nor does anybody else's. Nobody has a profile picture.
because they have that option on, and as the host has that
Okay.
option on. So
I think I've asked that question before, but I thought maybe there was some way with the updates that I could make sure the profile picture comes up.
no, it's again, you have to ask them to turn that option off. So that's what you'll be able to do if you want to see others' profile pictures.
Okay, thank you. I
Mhm.
learned a lot today, though. As you said, I've been in the class a long time, but I'm still learning.
Yeah, but don't be scared. You have to try, after you learn.
And I don't change my background, as you might have noted. I just keep the same one because it seems to suit me, and I just don't want to change.
Well, Yvonne, we all learn.
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, it's all up to you.
Mhm.
But try, once in a while, it'll bring you in a new light.
Yeah, I might try it at some point, but right now,
Just to remember how to do it and to
exactly.
again, express yourself and how you're feeling. So I want everyone on this call to adjust their background, check out accounts, sign up, get your Zoom together, especially as Valentine's Day. It's a 3-day weekend coming up. You get those Zoom accounts and Zoom meetings started, get those family on, and you guys are Zoom experts. So please review and rewind the session, and hope you all enjoyed and learned something new.
Alex, when you gonna put this on the iTunes? Because I got lost when you went into the Zoom thing.
Again, this is our module 6, so this will be hopefully uploaded by the end of the week.
Yeah, I'm lost.
On the YouTube. It's okay, Ms. Doris.
Oh,
Again,
Miss Doris,
you got this. So again, review the video and follow along, and you'll have it down packed. Okay.
Okay, because I do have a Zoom account, but
Okay.
once you went into that, I got lost.
Okay. Well, again, always just let me know in case you ever do. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Let's all say good job and great job to each other for an
Great
amazing.
great job, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good job.
great job.
Thank
Great
you.
job. She
Hope
did.
y'all
Come
learned a
on,
lot.
learn.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you,
My
Alex.
Thank you,
Thank
Alex.
you.
Thank you.